some of you, have you asked yourself, do you think I am even interested in going back there? I want to ask you, don't you see how better I look? Do you think I'm interested in it? If I have my way, I say it's here. This is an order of God. I don't wish going back there. My spirit has left that place long ago.
We knew. Those of us who were in opposition to him, we knew that it was not him that was governing the state. It were other political elites who were around him and dictating to him what to say at every point in time.
When this thing started, I called him. Sheyi Makinde was there. Oton was there. Ibazu was there. Ugwenyi was there. And we were scouting. We started that, look, this thing is not good for you. God has given you this thing. Why not humbly and don't allow people to push you? They are telling you to act, you're a governor. We know. Nobody is taking it away. You're a governor. But also mind you that people labored day and night. And all I have said, don't abandon people who have labored, who have toiled day and night. They say, oh, we can trying to control, demand money, this and that, this and that. I'm sure all of you were of that opinion.
In Nigerian politics, words can start wars, but sometimes it is the words not spoken that carry the most weight. Siminalayi Fubara, Governor of Rivers State, is not your typical Nigerian politician. He doesn't shout. He doesn't grandstand, but recently he'd said something that echoed across the country. My spirit has already left there. A chilling declaration from a sitting governor. Not an official resignation, not a defection, just 6 words that left more questions than answers.
Even some of you, have you asked yourself, do you think I am even interested in going back there? I want to ask you, don't you see how better I look? Do you think I'm interested in it? If I have my way, I say it's here. This is an order of God. I don't wish going back there. My spirit has left that place long ago. So all this, I want everybody to focus. Please, it's not everything you do. You think there's some fights you don't fight, there's some things you don't do. Because you need to ask the person, does he want it? I have peace. If you have known me, you've been seeing me, you can say I look better now. In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any target.
So, what exactly did Fubara mean? Has he given up on governing Rivers State? Or is this a strategic retreat? Is this a man crushed under pressure? Or a quiet tactician playing a dangerous game? Let's unravel the story of Siminalayi Fubara and the accountant who became governor, the loyalist who became a rebel, and the man who may be choosing silence over war, and the recent interview granted by Nyesom Wike addressing key issues as regards to this ongoing crisis in Rivers State. Siminalayi Fubara was in a household name before 2023. He didn't climb the political ladder through grassroots mobilization or populist rallies. He rose through the system, quiet, steady and loyal. As Rivers State Accountant General under Governor Nyesom Wike, Fubara was known for his discretion and diligence. When Wike sought a successor who wouldn't challenge his legacy, Fubara was the perfect choice. He had no strong political base of his own, no powerful godfather besides Wike, no controversial history, just loyalty. And in Nigerian politics, that is often enough. Wike threw his weight behind Fubara. The PDP structure in Rivers State backed him, and in 2023 election, Fubara became governor. But as they say, power reveals. Barely months into office, cracks emerged. Sources inside government house revealed a subtle resistance, budget delays, policy disagreements, commissioners allegedly taking orders from Abuja instead of Port Harcourt, a civil service in limbo, a governor increasingly isolated. Then came the real rupture. The Rivers State House of Assembly, loyal to Wike, initiated impeachment proceedings against Governor Fubara. The grounds, murky, timing. Fubara responded not with noise, but with strategic moves. He dissolved his cabinet. He reached out to the grassroots. He engaged with some stakeholders in the state and crucially refused to directly attack Wike. The result, a tense ceasefire.
I feel very happy that this is happening today to mark the beginning of a new era. When I said that I had a reason for being patient, it is because I know that we are all from one family. And if we have a disagreement, no matter how bad it is, it should be resolved. It has become very clear that this disagreement, there is no headway to it. And for a lot of reasons, there are very, very visible evidence that there is sabotage, deliberate attempt to sabotage this administration.
But the war was far from over. In the month of May 2025, during a recent event in Rivers State, Fubara took the microphone and said, "My spirit had already left there." 6 words, no context, no elaboration. The statement spread like wildfire across media platforms. Analysts debated its meaning. Was he talking about the office of the governor, the government house, or the PDP? And most importantly, had Fubara given up?
In as much as we have things that we need to do for our state, we know people have made sacrifice for us, and we, one way or the other, have to stand by them. Does not mean that we should start firing without any target. We need to be focused. Our evening here is about Paklak. It's not Oshobe, it's Fubara, Oshobe, same place. I want that. And like I said, it's about Paklak. Every other thing that is said here, every other admonition by whoever, is your personal view. It does not speak or does not present the purpose of this evening. Don't do things because you want to do them. Do the things I want. I am the one wearing the shoes. I know the solution to my problem. I know how to walk through my problem.
To some, the meaning was clear. Fubara was emotionally, mentally, and spiritually down. He may still sign memos, attend functions, cut ribbons, but inside, he had already checked out. To others, it was a coded threat, a signal that he no longer viewed the position as worth fighting over, that he could walk away and let chaos consume his enemies. Critics accuse him of cowardice. How could a sitting governor, elected by millions, imply he had abandoned his post? Was this leadership or was this surrender? Supporters, however, saw it differently. They saw a man under siege, trying to govern, while undermined at every turn. They saw someone choosing retreating over recklessness, someone who refused to drag Rivers into another violent political crisis. But even they were worried, because a leader whose spirit has left is a leader who might stop fighting. And in Nigerian politics, if you're not fighting, you are definitely losing. So let's ask the real question. Has Fubara given up? Or is this calculated? To understand Fubara's mindset, we must understand the cause of open war in Rivers politics. This is a state with a history of political violence, court clashes, rigged elections, bond buildings. Wike knows this terrain. He used it to consolidate power. But Fubara, he wants space. At least, that's what he says. His repeated call to his supporters to exercise restraint haven't gone unnoticed. While other politicians would mobilize street protests, Fubara has urged calm. But is this restraint a sign of wisdom or fear? Some insiders believe he fears being removed, despite the ceasefire brokered by Tinubu with the declaration of a state of emergency. The state legislature still leans towards Wike. Any wrong move and the impeachment process could be reactivated. Others believe he fears the PDP structure. The very party that brought him to power is now deeply divided in Rivers State, and even at the national level, many of its local leaders remain loyal to Wike. Fubara's base is shallow. Any open defiance could leave him politically homeless. And then there is Tinubu factor. But staying calm, Fubara keeps his relationship with the presidency intact. He positions himself as a peaceful leader, in contrast to Wike's aggressive style. In a country where the president can make or break a governor, this might be the smartest move yet. So maybe Fubara's silence isn't surrender. Maybe it is survival. But in Nigerian politics, there is a third option between fighting and fleeing, and that is waiting.
And he said, he wants peace. Fine. I want peace. Right?
Have you forgiven me?
You see, that's the problem you have. Everybody came. There are steps. You see, I don't understand how a man came. You know, you would think that this thing is just, just say to her, I want peace. Then you go, and peace has come. What that means that there's an open door, an open window for you. Take the necessary steps to show really you want peace. Indeed, this is a self-inflicted injury. Doesn't need it. Doesn't need it. When this thing started, I called him. Siminalayi was there. Oton was there. Ibazu was there. Ugwe was there. And we're scouting. We started that, look, this thing is not good for you. God has given you this thing. Why not humbly and don't allow people to push you? They are telling you to act, you're a governor. We know. Nobody is taking it away. You're a governor. But also mind you that people labored day and night. And all I have said, don't abandon people who have labored, who have toiled day and night. They say, oh, we can trying to control, demand money, this and that, this and that. I'm sure all of you were of that opinion. Governors came pushing, and where are they now? I think those governors are enjoying their own. You see that? You don't need to have been to that kind of problem. This was a young man. I said, look, go this way, go this way. You will not have problems. People came, don't marry him, don't marry him. Assert yourself as governor. You've asserted now. Trouble has come. Trouble has come. People push you. Look, they declare state of emergency. Who wears the shoe knows where it pitches him. Who will suffer? Okay, assuming now you don't settle this problem, and the state of emergency is called off, has the problem ended? Has it ended? No. One, assembly will still be fed as they have been. So the council will still be there.
Let's be clear. The crisis in Rivers State is far from over. The assembly remains divided. Fubara's alliance are growing, but Wike still controls major political machinery in the state. The budget remains a point of tension. Projects are being delayed. Civil servants are caught in the ceasefire. And then there is the 2027 election. If Fubara wants a second term, he will have to fight eventually. The question is, will he still have the political capital to do so by then? Will his silence be interpreted as strength or weakness? Will his supporters still believe in him or see him as a ghost governor who refused to pick a side? Already, rival camps are preparing, legends are shifting, and Abuja is watching closely. In many ways, Fubara is running out of time. He can't stay in limbo forever. He must either reclaim full control of Rivers State, rebuild his base beyond Wike's shadow, or be remembered as the man who was governor in name only. The clock is ticking, and the spirit, he says, has left may never return. In the latest twist of the ongoing Rivers political siege, the Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nyesom Wike, recently revealed that Siminalayi Fubara, the suspended governor of Rivers State, has made moves towards reconciliation. Wike confirmed that Fubara, along with 2 other governors and elder statesmen, visited him in Abuja in what seems to be an attempt to heal the rift between them. But while Fubara's visit signals an effort to bring peace, Wike is not so sure about the sincerity of the gesture. Wike said during a recent media briefing, "The president has called for peace severally, and I cannot sit down when the president has called for peace and say, I don't want peace."
The president has called for peace severally. Not peace. I'm calling. I said the president has called for peace severally. And I cannot sit down and one president has called for peace. He said, don't want peace. Yes, he came. He came with 2 governors and 1 other person. Unfortunately, the 2 governors are APC governors, unfortunately. So I will not pursue him. And he said, he wants peace. Fine.
He said that he wants peace. That's fine. I also want peace. However, Wike also made it clear that Fubara's action needs to match his words. Despite the visit, Wike pointed out that Fubara's supporters continue to demonstrate. The insults are still being hauled on national television. For Wike, peace can't just be announced. It has to be shown through actions.
You have a television called Arise, who just, without even facts, they are noted for it. They push him and push him. Governors can push him. And where are they now? I think those governors are enjoying their own. Is it not? You don't need to have been to that kind of problem.
Wike also revealed that Fubara was misled by some of his fellow governors. According to him, those governors who once supported Fubara have now distanced themselves, leaving him to face the full brunt of the political crisis alone. As things stands, it is clear that Fubara's road to peace is not going to be easy. He is already being accused of failing to take decisive steps, and Wike believes that unless Fubara steps up his game, his peace efforts may continue to fall flat. And Wike also confirmed that he feels for Fubara after his recent statement in a church service claiming that his spirit has left Rivers State.
I told him, I said, look, I don't think you have the capacity to really make this peace, because it's not easy. And that's why when I read what I read yesterday, I felt so bad. I said, well, why? If we are making peace, there are people are demonstrating every day. If they are begging peace, there are people are busy on television insulting people. How do you feel in that case? No, that's what I'm saying now. That's the point I'm making. At least you have not tried to take a step to say, look, I'm not a party to all the things that you are doing. Do you understand me? But that's not enough to say you have really, you must take steps. Have you made assembly people? There are leaders you should meet. I don't know what I understand. It's not to say, I want peace. Yes, you must show by conduct and by action.
Our evening here is about Patlak. It's not Oshobe, it's Fubara, Oshobe, same place. I want that. And like I said, it's about Patlak. Every other thing that is said here, every other admonition by whoever is your personal view. It does not speak or does not present the purpose of this evening. Don't do things because you want to do them. Do the things I want. I am the one wearing the shoes. I know the solution to my problem.
Result of what he said, that his spirit has left Government House and that in effect he's no longer interested, in governing Rivers State. Would supporters be justified in turning their backs on him?
Well, if he himself is turning his back on them, what do you expect? They will move away as well. And it's free. They can move away. If truly his spirit has left government house, Rivers will be so happy. Let him put in a resignation. He doesn't want to be governor of Rivers State. That brings the peace, all the peace you are looking for. We just go. Because even if he comes back, follow the legitimate and legal or constitutional processes. He will not follow. He doesn't read the Constitution. I don't think he reads the Constitution. He just walks by what people tells him to do. Do it like this, do it like that. And to be a governor of a state or a president of a country, the Constitution is a radar. It guards you in the decision you take, in whatever you do, and the extant laws. Now, in his own case, that doesn't bother him. He doesn't even have respect for the Supreme Court of Nigeria.
Siminalayi Fubara may not speak often, but when he does, the nation listens. My spirit has already left there. 6 words that now define his legacy. Is he a broken man or a strategist waiting for the storm to pass? Only time will tell. But in Nigeria, where silence can be louder than protest and restraint mistaken for fear, Fubara has made one thing clear. He will not fight the old way. The question is, will that be enough? Or will history remember him as the governor who vanished in plain sight? So what do you think? Has Fubara surrendered? Is he afraid of Wike, or is he playing a smarter game? Drop your thoughts in the comment. And if you want more deep dives into Nigerian's political battleground, like, share and subscribe, because in a country where loyalty changes daily and power has no permanent address, you need a guide to help make sense of the madness, and we are here to do just that. Thank you so much for watching.